That's not a knife. That's a knife. Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of the Mercenary Podcast. Oh my goodness, this is your host, Nurse Rick speaking, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys about today's topic. But before I do get into today's topic, I would like to remind everyone that themercenaryshop.com is up and running. I just redesigned the navigation and everything, so it's much smoother, much more flowy now. I like it. Themercenary.com, I just recently updated with some stuff, and I also like that. If you're listening and you check those out, email me and let me know if you like those as well. But without further ado, we are going to use Crocodile Dundee's giant freaking Bowie knife to help you cut your prescription drug prices, at least in theory. But how am I going to do that? Oh, it's weird. How am I going to save you money on drugs? I just talk into a microphone. Well, here's how this is going to work. I am going to give you 3 companies that's job is to save money on your prescription drugs. Granted, they make money off saving you money. That's their entire business model. It's a pretty awesome business model because it saves you money for your prescriptions that you kind of need to survive. So, I would like to put a disclaimer in here. I am not sponsored by any of these companies. None of these companies are paying me to talk about the company. I do not have the popularity to get paid by these companies to talk about their companies. This is just for you guys. So hopefully, if you have trouble affording your medications, even if you don't have trouble affording your medications, maybe you can still save an extra $100 or $300 or $1,000 a month on your prescriptions. I think that's pretty damn cool. That's what I want to do, is help people get cheaper and more affordable healthcare with the tools available in our society. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's content, ladies and gentlemen. The first company that we are going to talk about is going to be a company that's been around for a little while. I've known about them for probably almost a decade now. This company is known as GoodRx. You might have seen them advertised in pharmacies, and you might have never even given it the time of day. Maybe you use GoodRx. That's fantastic. But what is GoodRx? GoodRx is a company. Its job is to contract the pharmacies and get coupons off retail price of drugs to save you money, because when you save money, they somehow get a kickback. I don't exactly know how it works, but all I know is it makes my drug prices cheaper when I get prescriptions. So I'm going to keep using it. So how does it work? They have a mobile app, and everyone has a smartphone nowadays. You can download that mobile app on your phone. And let's say you go to the doctor, and he gives you a new prescription for lisinopril or atorvastatin or an antibiotic or an antifungal, and you take it to your pharmacy. He calls it in for you. You go there, you give them your insurance card, and they say, "Thank you so much for shopping with us. That's going to be $97 now." And you're like, "Oh, wow, that's a hell of a copay. Do I get any money off of that, or is that what I owe, like, with insurance and everything?" They're like, "No, that's with your insurance. You owe us $90. Well, damn. Okay. I don't like paying $90. I don't think any of you like paying $90 if you don't have to. So you do something else. You get on your phone and you open up the GoodRx app, and lo and behold, you type in that medication, and all of a sudden, your payment goes from $90 down to $22 for a month's supply, or for your week's supply of antibiotics or antifungal. I think that's pretty damn cool. Just to check, let's see what the price of some of these medications are. Let's type in a very, very expensive one. We're going to type in Eliquis. So, the retail price on Eliquis is going to be $706 for a month's supply. But thanks to GoodRx and their 70,000 pharmacies that they work with nationwide, you can get your month's supply of Eliquis for, it looks like the cheapest is at Meyer Pharmacy, where they have special offers that will allow you to get your Eliquis at $579.54. Holy crap. Your insurance might not even cover it to that low. In fact, it probably won't. I've heard people that get prescribed Eliquis in the hospital for new onset AFib say, well, damn, I can tell the doc right now I ain't taking that drug because it's going to cost me $1,100 a month. Well, if you hop on here and you go on GoodRx, you can find it from $579 a month, which is still expensive, but shit, is it a lot better than freaking $1,000. All right, let's go for something else, though. And this is actually not even a month's supply. This is 60 tablets. I mean, depending on what dose your doctor gives you, that could be 2 months. Holy shit. All right, let's go for another one. Let's say you don't want to do Eliquis because Eliquis is expensive, and you talk to your doctor, and he says, well, I would be okay with warfarin, but you have to go get your INR drawn every, couple weeks until you're stabilized, and then go get blood work monthly or every 2 months after that. All right, so he gives you the okay for warfarin. Let's look what this is going to cost. All right, so the retail price on 30 tablets of warfarin is going to be $13.72. Let's go for more tablets. More tablets, more savings. Let's say you get 60 tablets. You get a 2-month supply. Retail price on it is going to be $27.24, and the cheapest, the most expensive one actually I see on here on their website is $12.77 at Kroger Pharmacy, which is still over 50% off. The cheapest I see it for is $7.35 at Walmart. If you went with your insurance, they'd probably be charging you more, and you'd have to copay it. But you can use GoodRx, and holy shit, now you're paying a third of the retail price. Less than a third. You're paying almost a quarter of the retail price, which is pretty fantastic. So, GoodRx, fantastic option. Would recommend you checking it out. Would recommend you keeping it on your phone. Even if you don't go to the doctor very often, you don't have to take prescriptions. Let's say you get sick and you get strep throat or some other bacterial infection, and your doctor prescribes you amoxicillin. Yes, cats? Do you guys have a problem over there? Are you guys good? All right, the cats just wanted to be a part of the show in here, apparently. I'm okay with that. They're cute as long as they don't knock over my microphone. All right, so you go and get your amoxicillin, and you need to take it for, let's say, 2 weeks. So we're going to go 28 capsules if we're going daily. Your retail price is going to be $14.23. If you go with GoodRx, you can go to Costco Pharmacy if you have the Costco card, or Meijer Pharmacy. If you go to Costco, it is $3.65 for that 2 weeks worth of drugs. If you go to Meijer, it is $4.14. And you can, stick with Walgreens or CVS. If you go to CVS, you're paying $9.07. It's just up to you at that point where you want to go. So, that's GoodRx. Saves you some money, saves you in the short term, saves you in the long term. Great option. Now let's go with the next company on the list. And this one is going to be the pretty direct competitor of GoodRx. And, it's pretty aptly named, similar to GoodRx. It is RX Saver. What is RX Saver? RX Saver, it's pretty much the same shit. They got a mobile phone app. You can download it. You can keep it on there. If you're a money-saving capitalist like I am, you're going to have both on your phone, and you're going to type in your prescription before you even leave the doctor's office and see which one you're going to get cheaper and at which pharmacy. So that way you just know ahead of time. Be like, okay, well, I'm going to Kroger this time. Let's go ahead and send that sucker over there. I'm paying $3 instead of $50. All right, so let's type in the same drugs. We're actually going to do a direct comparison right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting stuff. RX Saver coming out of left field with Eliquis. And how much are we going to get our Eliquis for with 60 tablets? All right, let's get back on here on GoodRx. Eliquis. 5 milligram tablet. That's, what the shit? Eliquis. Yep, there we go. All right, so Eliquis on GoodRx, the cheapest that we found it for 5 milligrams and 60 tablets, was $579. let's hop on over to RX Saver. We have Eliquis, 5 milligrams, 60 tablets. The cheapest that we have on here, actually, most of these are cheaper than GoodRx if we get our little coupon. So let's see. We're trying to shoot for under $5.79. We got $5.78. We got $5.72 at Acme Pharmacy. We got ShopRite, $5.78. We've got some pretty competitive low ones up there. Those two are lower, although I've never heard of those pharmacies before. If you go to CVS, you can pay $5.82, so that's $3 more expensive. But for a drug that some people say costs them about $1,000 or more a month with their insurance, that's a hell of a lot of savings, man. It's really hard to pass that up. Warfarin. Let's do another direct comparison. We have 5 milligrams. We're going 60 tablets. 5 milligrams, 60 tablets on warfarin. 5 milligrams, we're going 60. Here we go. Update. Our cheapest offer on GoodRx was $7.35. Our cheapest offer on RX Saver is going to be $10.78, and that's going to be Rite Aid. So, GoodRx takes the win on that one. See, comparing and saving is really fun, guys. Let's go for cancer drugs. All right, let's find the most common one. Sorry, I'm not an encyclopedia of medical knowledge. I don't know all these off the top of my head, but we're going to go ahead and grab ifosfamide. Okay, ifosfamide. Let's see what we can save on chemotherapy stuff. In case, God forbid, you or a loved one ever get cancer and need to find the cheapest way to get these drugs available. Hopefully, this will help save you guys some money and some heartache. All right, so on RX Saver, it says show this card at your pharmacy and save up to 80% on ifosfamide. All right, so that's got a bin number, an ID number, a group number, PCN. Okay. All right, and on here, on GoodRx, it says this is a healthcare provider administered medication. GoodRx coupons aren't available, but you can explore other ways to save. Let's explore other ways to save. Patient assistance program. So we got Healthwell. Oh, but there are other cancer drugs that we have on here. Alkeran. Let's go for Alkeran. All right, head to head. Here we go, RX Saver. All right, save up to 80% on this drug. That is another card that RX Saver gave us. Let's see. All right, GoodRx does have some numbers for us. All right, the lowest price for how many tablets? 50 milligrams, or 50 tablets of 2 milligrams of methylene generic, which is Alkeran is the name brand part, but methylene hydrochloride is the generic name. We have $436 at CVS. We've got $222 at Walgreens. We've got $222.72 at Walgreens for the specialty pharmacy. So those are both matching because they're both Walgreens. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So lots of savings there. So the moral of the story here is put GoodRx on your phone and put RX Saver on your phone. If you need it, you have it. If you don't need it, you have it. It's helpful to have it. Let's say you're not even using it for you. You have a family member that comes down ill with something and they need a new prescription and they're complaining because they're spending way too much money on the drugs. Share this episode with them. Or even if you don't share the episode and, give me a shout out, that's fine. Just share the knowledge you learned on here. Share the good Lord's work that GoodRx is doing and RX Saver is doing. See if you can help them save some money because it'll help keep them from struggling financially because medications are one of the things that people most commonly skip on when budgets are tight. And I know right now around the country, a lot of people's budgets are very tight. So the first thing that usually goes out the window is their prescription medications. And if you really need them, man, that's a really bad time because, I got to work and I got to get food and everything. I can't afford to get my blood pressure medication because I have a family to take care of. I got food to put on the table. And then your blood pressure's out of control and you have a stroke. And now you can't even help yourself because the left side of your body is completely flaccid. And it's going to be that way for the rest of your life. That's a sucky thing to have happen. share this episode. Share this knowledge. Save your family and your friends money on their prescriptions, especially the ones that are absolutely life-saving medications. I say that, but the disclaimer is like, if you get like 800 milligram Tylenol from the pharmacy and you can just go get 1,000 milligram Tylenol or 500 milligram Tylenol from over the counter, not necessarily life-saving medication. Life-saving medication is absolutely essential. Over the counter stuff, you got diarrhea, you take Imodium. Yeah, cool. Not life-saving necessarily. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to the third company that is helping people across the country save money on their prescription drugs. This one is different from both RxSaver and from GoodRx. And this company was founded recently in 2022 by a famous man, the Shark Tank guru, one of the lead sharks, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Ladies and gentlemen, this company was started by Mark freaking Cuban. Of all the people to start a company, to start cutting in to the high-priced medication giants, the pharmaceutical giants, the insurance companies, of course it would be Mark freaking Cuban. He started a company that is known as Cost Plus Drug Company, or Cost Plus Drugs, or costplusdrugs.com. And they have a much different way at approaching medication savings than both RxSaver and GoodRx. They don't get coupons with pharmacies. They don't even go through a pharmacy. They don't even accept insurance. What they do is they take generics, the formula for generics, and they just manufacture that shit themselves. And you know what it does? It saves people a lot of freaking money. I love it. I'm definitely going to be recommending this as well as the other two to patients that are in trouble with their medications and being able to afford them, because I'm looking at this list on costplusdrugs.com and it says start your search. Search by brand name, generic name, or by health condition. And I'm just looking at the stuff that they have on here for conditions. And there's alcohol dependence, ALS, antiparasitics, antiviral, anti-hyperlipidemic, gallstones, fertility, leukemia, iron overload, insomnia, prostate. Do they have erectile dysfunction on here? I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for a friend. They do! Okay, let's look at the happy penis pills. All right, let's say that you get your Viagra or your Cialis from your pharmacy and you go through your insurance, or if you even go through GoodRx or RxSaver. Let's actually look it up on GoodRx what Cialis is going to cost you out of pocket. All right. If you go... Hold on. Technical glitch. Cialis. Generic. Okay. All right. If you go for 10 milligram Cialis and you get 30 tablets, that's 30 very happy penis pills. You can expect to pay anywhere between, with GoodRx, at Kroger it's $482, but that is definitely a very, very large outlier. All right, so excluding the $482, you can expect to pay anywhere between $29.99 all the way down to $5, which is by far the cheapest one on here, but it is with special offers. So be aware, maybe there's like a rebate or something you got to send in, so maybe you pay more out of pocket up front. But if you get your Cialis directly from costplusdrugs.com, you can get the same amount for $6.80 shipped directly to your door. You don't even have to go to the pharmacy. You get the prescription for it, you send it in to Cost Plus Drugs, and they will fill it for you. They manufacture it, saves them money, and it saves you, in turn, a whole lot of money. Mark Cuban, I listened to him on a podcast. His whole thing is like he won't do anything more than a 15% markup, just a standard kind of business markup. He won't go over that. He's not marking up his medications 300 freaking percent to try to make the most money on it. The dude's a billionaire. He doesn't need to make more money. He just wants to help make drugs cheaper and disrupt the drug market, and I'm all for that shit. All right, so let's go for another condition here, and we're going to test this against GoodRx and RxSaver. All right, let's Leukemia. Let's look at leukemia drugs. All right. Let's say you need to get tretinoin, or generic, that's the generic name. The brand name is Vesanoid, which is a leukemia drug. Retail price on that leukemia drug, I'm assuming per month, is $1,865. If you go through costplusdrugs.com, you can pay $251 a month, which is less than most people's freaking car payments right now. Or just insurance payments on your mortgage. All right, let's type this in up here on GoodRx and let's see what we come out with here. Oh, no, we're not. We're no longer on Cialis. Come on, catch up now. All right, so we've got. Aha, here we go. Okay, so if you get your Vesanoid from GoodRx, you can still save money. You still save quite a bit of money. They've got the retail prices on this marked a little bit differently, but anyway, if you get 70 capsules, which I think is 70 days, unless it's a twice-a-day drug, in which case it would be 35 days. 70 days of this drug on GoodRx, you're paying $615, or you can pay $582. I see $582. I see $659. I see $1,874 at Walmart, so don't go to Walmart for that one. Let's see. And if we go back to Cost Plus Drugs, oh, wow, look at that, $251. That's pretty fantastic. How do you even get Cost Plus Drugs to send you this stuff? You create an account, you request your prescriptions, talk to your doctor, place your order, get your medications in the mail. Super, super quick and easy. Like, it's, if you're not tech savvy, if you're a little bit older and listening to this, you have a kid or grandkid or a neighbor's kid that you can just, hand them your phone and be like, hey, look, can you help me make an account with this? Like, I need to kind of get this stuff now. Huntington's disease. Okay. We've got a drug here that's retail price is $531.90, and you can get the Huntington's disease medication for $1730 from Cost Plus Drugs. All right, let's do more. We need more savings. Stroke prevention. What we got there? No. Parkinson's. Let's go for another kind of orphan drug family thing. All right. Haha. Requip. That's a common one. We like Requip. Requip. You can get your month supply for $5.90. What's the retail price? $26. You're paying 1/5 of the price, and you're getting it shipped straight to your door. Like, you can't really beat that. But let's look at the benefits real quick and the drawbacks of each one. So, with Cost Plus Drugs, you can save a tremendous amount of money on your prescription medication. However, they can't manufacture brand name drugs because there is a patent on them. They cannot get the formulas. They cannot, even if they did, they cannot legally produce and sell these formulas. They are protected for a certain duration of time until that drug has to become generic because the patent's expired on it. So, Cost Plus Drugs for your generic drugs. Fantastic way to go. Can save you a tremendous amount of money. If you need a crap load of Happy Penis pills, Cost Plus Drugs will have your back there. It's even cheaper than Hims, I'm pretty sure I saw. Don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself if you use Happy Penis pills. But Cost Plus Drugs and Mark Cuban can save you a lot of money in those regards. Where does GoodRx and RX Saver take the cake? They take the cake in the fact that they can still get you coupons for name brand drugs that have no generics available yet. Eliquis, they've got coupons. What are some other name brand drugs that are... Aha! Oh, wait. I know one. This one will get a lot of people all oohing and on. Ozempic. All right, let's see. Ooh. That's actually not a lot of great savings on there, I guess, because the demand for this drug is so freaking high. All right. So, if you need Ozempic and your insurance is not going to cover it, or they're going to charge you a shitload of money, retail on it is about $1,100, $1,200. You can get it for $9.46 on GoodRx. You can get it on RX Saver for about the same price. But you can save some money on your Ozempic in case your insurance doesn't want to pay for it. I mean, you save $200. $200 of savings is $200 in savings. Like, that's part of your rent. That's a week's worth of groceries. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I really don't have anything else to cover on these companies. I'm not going to go into the whole business models and stuff like that. It's a little bit too in-depth, and I'm just here to try to save you money so you can be compliant with your medications, so you don't have to come see me in the acute care portion of the hospital. I like when I meet cool people. I meet a ton of cool people in my job, and I always tell them, follow up with your doctor, take your medicines, because I don't want to see you back here with a wristband. Don't get yourself a free wristband. Take your medications as prescribed. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will be signing this episode off. Go ahead and check out the shop, the website, check out the social medias, the Twitter, Facebook, oh, not Twitter, X. I'm on YouTube and Rumble. I've got the episodes uploading to those platforms as well. So, I owe you guys a mercenary fun fact. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week's mercenary fun fact is coming from History Extra, and we were taking a dive back in time to the good old medieval days and some medieval medicine. Lord, let me treat your clap with some bricks clapping against your privates. That was actually a thing back then too. That's how they used to treat the clap, aka gonorrhea. All right, so what is this barbaric medieval treatment that we're going to talk about? It's called couching. Couching for cataracts. Medieval surgeons treated cataracts by using a needle to dislodge the cloudy lens from its position in front of the pupil of the eye. People recognized that the procedure could be dangerous and that specialist skills were required for it to work. Today, couching is seen as an ineffective method of treating cataracts. No shit. That is often results in blindness. And right under it, it says, could it have worked? No, in bold letters. Fantastic. So if you're going to go back in time for treatments and stuff, like for herbs and everything, like trying to do your own, what's it called? Holistic medicine. Please don't try to bring back such a thing as couching. You will definitely wind up in jail. And the person who you were couching their eyes is probably going to hate you eternally forevermore because they will no longer be able to see. So, anyway, that's this week's Mercenary Fun Fact. I appreciate everyone that's listened this far in my little journey. Thank you all for listening. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next episode.